The first level of a game is always supposed to be a training ground of sorts. The enemies are easier, there's adequate room so you kind of find out how movement works, and sometimes there's even a disembodied voice or head explaining to you how to play in the form of a tutorial. It's kind of like the first 10 seconds of a YouTube video in determining whether or not the experience is worth your time. Please don't leave. And though I could sit here and explain to you what makes the first level of a game so powerful, enticing, or addicting, I thought that today I would do something different. Show you something dark from my childhood. Today I'm going to show you a game that not only scares the player away with the first level, but manages to do the exact opposite of the right thing, and beat the player senseless into the fucking ground. If the first level of a game is supposed to be your parents teaching you how to walk, this first level is like putting a baby on rollerblades and pushing them down a staircase full of razors and lemon juice. That's gonna be weird to edit. Mortal Kombat was a very important game in the 90s. I just made a video about it, and you should check it out if you haven't had the time already. But to put it simply, Mortal Kombat was just the insanely drunk version of Street Fighter. It was a lot less balanced and a lot more violent. It was wonky, it was fun, and it was very, very popular. But what happens when a franchise gets too popular? Does it quit while it's ahead and the game devs run off into the hills to live happily ever after? No, we get spin-offs. And most of them are bad. The game controlled exactly like the fighting games, but it was an action platformer. Let me explain. The level starts with a shitty cutscene that lasts about 2 seconds and establishes nothing to the player. And then we're met with this. Bitch, what the fuck? Can I at least learn how to jump first? Scorpion meets you at the temple and hits you with a "you will fail," and then sprints in the opposite direction. Oh, okay, I guess I'm going that way. You step forward, throw a kick or two, and then realize you can't turn around without pressing a left trigger. And you can't run without pressing a right trigger. And at this moment you realize, oh no, I should have bought another game. After a few steps forward, you run into your first enemy and see that they have something that I like to call chance-based combat, which basically means that they always have the chance to perfectly counter your attack the exact frame you throw it, as if God was saying, hey kid, turn the fucking game off. On top of that, you have no special moves and there's no combo list. So you're gonna have to find out your combos via trial and error, which is pretty hard when you're getting half health by every monk you see. And do you want to know what the 6-hit combo is? High punch, low kick, high kick, back high kick. There's a few others and they all have the same level of dial-a-combo complexity, so good luck finding that one out. Finally, after rolling the dice and coming out on top, hopefully, you run a little bit to the right and see this floating urn, which is the first pickup in the game. And you have to pick it up using a left trigger. But your health didn't increase, so what did it do? Did you use it? Was it just for points? You press start, nothing happens. Oh, of course, idiot. You were supposed to press select to go into the menu in which you can use your items and combine them for some reason. And now that you're topped up, you should... Oh, what? Who is that? I just came from that way. Why is there... Oh, my God. The enemies respawn when they're off screen. You roll the dice, you win again, and finally, you can move past the first 2 rooms in the game. So go ahead, kid, get running. Let's see what it... Oh! It kills you from 100%, meaning that health pickup doesn't matter. You respawn, you bait out the first trap, and you get running, and there it is again. You get through the death traps, you run into 2 monks, you get through them however you want to, and finally, you hit this balcony area. Well, there's nowhere else to go, so why not jump it? And that's a game over. And while we're here, you know what else is a game over? The fact that the majority of the people watching this video aren't subscribed. If you subscribe to the channel, you'll help me out, so please do. Let's keep it going. After your game over, you start off all the way from the beginning of the level, and check this out. I will succeed. Scorpion has a different voice line, because the devs knew that you were going to be seeing him again and again. You run through the Clown Fiesta, yet again, smarter and a lot sadder than before, and reach the balcony. And what you were supposed to do is barely land on the edge of the balcony, so Sub-Zero could do a balance animation, and then you tilt forward so that he can bounce off of this springy thing and not die to fall damage. I don't know how they expected anyone to figure this shit out, but cool. And once you get to the bottom floor, check this out. It's a checkpoint. My heart is barely beating and the light is gone from my eyes, but thank you, game devs. Now I know that when I die, I can start off right here. You start running to the left now instead of the right, and you see more monks. One of them has a sword, but guess what? It doesn't change a single thing about how they play. You get through him, walk a little, and what's this? I ain't falling for this shit again. Finally, after going through all the monks, having a couple of game overs, and living through the death traps, you get to your first boss fight ever. Scorpion. He has no special moves and plays exactly like all of the monks do, except he is tanky as shit. So you just fight him and constantly heal yourself until this happens. Whoa, buddy, hold on. I was just here to fight. I'm not asking for the sloppy toppy, Scorpion. Get up, buddy. What are you doing? Oh, he was waiting. He was waiting for me to do a fatality, which I would never know the input for, because nobody would know the fucking input for this. So he falls over and just, there he is. Unconscious, I guess. You grab this scroll, you head to the right, you climb that rope that you walked by earlier. You climb, and you climb up this Metal Gear Solid ass climbing sequence. And make sure that you're holding straight up, because if you tilt a little bit to the right, you die to fall damage. Finally, when you get to the top, you hit this area, don't know what to do, get back on the rope, get to the tippy top, and jump to the right in order to finish the stage. Congratulations. If you have made it this far, you deserve a gold medal and a psychiatrist. You have passed the first stage in this grueling game, and I applaud you for it. You were deceived. You were tricked. You were mercilessly sent back to the beginning again and again, but you persevered. You stood proud, and you did your best. And you know what? You're feeling brave. So come on, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. Show us level 2. Show us what this game has in store for us. Fuck. I know this video is a little weird, but I wanted to show you guys because this game is actually one of my favorite games growing up, and I occasionally come back and beat it from time to time, but I'm not gonna lie to myself. It's a shitty game, and there's a lot more shitty things about it, so if you want me to come back and show you guys level 2, which is somehow worse than level 1, let me know in the comment section below. Another question I got for you is, what is the worst first level you have ever played in a video game? I'm genuinely curious, because I don't think that there's a single level in the entire planet that can top this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Think about subscribing. There's a fly in here. Think about subscribing if you haven't yet. I love you, and I'll see you on Monday. Goodbye. There's a fucking fly in here. Get out of here.